back to the member from Huron-Bruce.
Mr. Speaker, my question today is for the Premier. Premier, I'm going to quote from your throne speech this past February. Your government intends to work with municipalities on other issues too, so that local populations are involved from the beginning if there's going to be a gas plant or a casino or a wind plant or a quarry. Premier, I'm now going to quote you and quote 104.9 The Beach from Goderich this past Saturday. During a visit to Sarnia Friday, Premier Wynne, when asked about the May 30th announcement, told reporters that municipalities who have made declarations of unwilling host communities are likely out of luck. Premier, your attitude towards rural Ontario is criminal, but sadly that's become the norm of your government, I'm afraid. But going back to unwilling host communities who have declared in writing that they're unwilling, Premier, I have to ask you, do you or do you not support these municipalities?
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, of course, it's always best for parties to work cooperatively with municipalities. I have a tremendous example of one right here, Mr. Speaker, and this is from the member from Nipissing when he was mayor, and perhaps we should take his lead, and municipalities might take his lead. Taking advantage of locally available green power resources is a good fit with the long-range development strategy we have for the community. I am particularly pleased with the relationship we have struck with West Wind Development, Inc. for the first half of the project. I am confident that the company's reputation as a responsible wind power developer can put North Bay on the map as a showcase for the sensitive and responsible development of this great renewable energy resource, Mr. Speaker.
Supplementary.
Minister, you and I both know that's nothing but a load of spin. And back to the Premier. Municipalities know your support is fair weather. Proponents that I've met with, municipalities and all of us in the PC caucus are wondering why this last week's announcement was made before your MPP working group has actually even gotten together and presented recommendations as reported in August. Premier, it's an insult to rural Ontario. Municipalities thought that they could expect better from you. You told them they could, but you instead think you can fool them with this announcement, and actually they know better. They're very savvy now. They know it means nothing. Who did your working group decide with? Because I can tell you, no one in my riding heard from anybody. Because of that, Premier, will you invite opposition, like myself and other members impacted by industrial wind turbines, to join your working group so we can do the right thing?
Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Be seated, please. Thank you. Minister of Energy.
Mr. Speaker, I assure you that the decibel level doesn't necessarily create any more substance to the reality of the situation. Mr. Speaker, community spoke.
The member from Leeds Grenville will come to order, and I'm going to ask that all members allow the answer to be put. The member from Leeds Grenville is looking for a warning. He's got one. You are warned.
Mr. Speaker, community spoke, mayor spoke, and we listened. We listened, we consulted with the Association of Municipalities of Ontario in a very significant way. We listened to stakeholders, Mr. Speaker. For these large renewable projects, Mr. Speaker, the Ontario Power Authority is creating a new bidding process where priority approval is given to projects that have prior municipal approval, making it extremely difficult, if not impossible, Mr. Speaker, for contracts to be awarded without an arrangement with a municipality. In addition to that, Mr. Speaker, we're creating funds for municipalities, small and medium-sized municipalities, so they can create municipal energy plans. And, Mr. Speaker, we're creating more taxation availability for municipalities that have wind turbines, Mr. Speaker. It's very significant and substantial.